Hi, this is Zach from Docusoft, and today I'm going to show you how you can internally sign a document from our desktop search application or task application. So first of all, we're going to open up the search application. So you'd click on your Docusoft desktop app, which would bring this up, and then you'd be clicking on either the search or the task to get into there. I'm going to show you through the search today. Once we're on the search screen and I've searched for the client that I'm looking for and I've got the section, here's the document that I want to sign. It's a copy of a tax return, and I want to add my signature or somebody else's signature internally to this document. So how I would do that, I would first click on the checkout button to check this PDF out. When you click on this, it brings up our own PDF amend system. So that will load up. It normally comes up on my other screen. Just drag that across for you. So this is what it would bring up. So it's called amend document, and here's the document here. And from within here, you can add stamps to it. You can put type boxes on this, highlight words, etc. But what we want to show you today is how to sign the document. So from the Documents tab at the top here, you'll see you've got signing, and I can either sign document or place signature. They both do pretty much exactly the same, so it doesn't really matter which one you click on. What this will do is it will give me a box that I can choose where I want to sign this document. So I'm going to go down to the last page with this sign box, and I'm going to put it over the sign box here. So then this brings up a new screen. So you would choose the issue to. So depending on whether you're signing for yourself or signing for somebody else, you can choose the issue to here. The first time you use here, it won't have a certificate here in this drop down, and all you do is click on create certificate, and you just need to put in the name of the person that it's been signed for, the company name and the email address. You hit OK, and then that will create one of these to choose from. You see I've got my director in this and myself, so I can choose the issue to button, and that just helps to verify it when it's once it's on the actual document. Then I can go for reason for signature. So you can either leave it blank or you can have writing next to the signature. So saying I'm the author of this document, or I have reviewed this document, I'm approving this document, if you want writing next to your signature. Otherwise, leave it on the none and it won't have any of that writing. And so now we'd need to, if this is the first time you used it, you need to create your signature. So you wouldn't have your signature built into the system yet. So you just go into this manage button and then always update the default one. So you click on the default and hit edit, and then you can make sure this page is correct. So you need to leave the template name as default, I would, and then you want to go on a custom icon and choose your signature from the system. So we can't create your signature for you. There are free websites that you can create signatures from, or you could scan your signature in and make sure it's a JPEG or a PNG picture so that you can upload it into this. Make sure it's on a real nice white surface as well. So it's always good to use a scanning application to make sure it's in black and white instead of it looking grey behind it. On this show text, you want to just make sure pretty much everything else is blank other than the reason, so you can choose the reason in the future, and make sure the text direction is on auto, and then you can press OK, and that would have updated that one. Just to show you how we can do that, I'm going to set up a new one as well for my director. So I'm just going to come back and choose Shaker here, and I'm going to manage the signatures. And so what I want to do is I want to create this one again, so I'm going to clone it so it makes a default 2, and then I'm going to edit that default 2 one, and I'm going to name this one Checker signature. So I'm changing that, and I'm going to choose a different file for this. So I'm finding the file on my computer, and I've got Shaker signature there. Again, leave everything blank. I always have display logo off as well, because otherwise it puts this like I logo behind it. So always turn that off. So just leaving the reason ticked with the auto, press OK, and then that's going to add his signature into that template. So now we've got the template there. If I come back to this screen, I can choose the template. So I'm going to sign as Shaker. So I've put Shaker as the issue to, and I'm going to add his signature in here. And then when I press OK on this, it's going to bring you to a local bit to update. So you need to save, never change the file name on this, but I've chosen a place. Most people would leave this in their downloads, but I actually have a place on my PC for this. So I'm just going to quickly jump into there. Never change the name on it, just hit save, and if you've had it there before, it will say I need to overwrite it, and just say yes. But you can see there it's added his signature to the signature box on this page. What that also will do now, if I click on this, it will show me that the signature is valid, signed by Shaker, and if we've put a reason, location, it's got the date of when it was signed, and that will show up on any PDF viewer in the future. So it's got a proper signature certificate sat behind that document, so it's a proper signature within the system. So that was me signing for Shaker. If I wanted to sign for myself as well, then I would just follow the process again. So I'd go Documents, hit Signing, Sign Document, choose where I want to sign it. This time I'm going to issue it to myself because I need to sign this as well. I'm going to choose that default one. Because it's all set up now, it's very quick and simple. Remember to always keep that the same. So you're going to see it's going to override because I've already got one saved in there. Say yes to that, and then there we go, my signature, and you can see signed by, reason, location. So it's all in there with that certificate, and you can view the certificate properly from there. Once you've signed the document and you're happy with it, you need to check that document back in. So as long as you've finished with this, you don't need to do anything else. You click the check in, or you can click save to cloud just to save it into our system and override the previous document, but then carry on working on it. But I'm going to check this one back in, and then that will be in our DMS all signed for you. So that will pop up in a second to say that is completed and saved into the system. So that's checked back in, and then I can X off of that. So if I refresh this screen, just so you can see that it's showing that in the DMS as well. So if I just go on to Client, Hill Premier, under Tax, and it was this document here, so we'll get the preview. So on this preview now, you'll see the signing on the bottom of that document. From this preview screen, you can't see the certificate, but if I launch this now, so if I click the launch button at the top here, and that will open it up in my PDF viewer. And so you can see it's launched it in I use Foxit Reader, and now if I scroll down, it's already telling you signed and all signatures are valid. But if I scroll down to these signatures in a normal PDF viewer, you'll see the signatures are there, and if I click on one of them, it's telling you it's valid, it's signed by Shaker, and it's all on there. So I can go on signature properties and see it properly in there as well. So there we go. That's how you can sign a document from our DMS on the desktop search or the task screen. And also you can sign for your director if they've given you permission to do so, or a manager by adding them in there as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day, and check out all my other videos on the YouTube channel Docusoft.